Coming for you on today's spooky-themed ATV, we take a look at the AHS volleyball team and how they ended the season.
We will also be taking a look at the new fire station coming to Arlington.
And lastly, we'll take a look at a Halloween-themed special segment.
Welcome to the show. I'm Jackson Norman.
And I'm Alex Dinwiddie. Today is October 28th, 2019.
Thanks for joining us and happy Halloween.
ATV starts now.
ATV. ATV.
ATV.
ATV.
ATV.
ATV.
ATV starts now.
And now we go to Kate at the window with a package on the new fire station coming to Arlington.
This week, and saw what's going on with our new fire station building. Let's take a look.
Community, we are excited to be building a new fire station. Let's hear more from the mayor of Arlington.
Have to hire, well, with the addition of a second fire station, we will have a second crew that we will have to put in place. So we are going through the hiring process now. Some of the firefighters that have been here that are in Station 1 here some will choose to stay here, some will want to go to the new station, but at the end of it, we'll have a full complement of a company here in Station 1 and another full complement in Station 2, which means 12 additional firefighters.
Due to the growth of buildings in our residential area, fire coverage is at the top of the list and requires 3 pieces of equipment to cover a fire. With the new station, it will put 2 in town and we'll have the aid from the county.
But the other part is EMS. We have paramedics that we've added to our companies. Our existing company will add paramedics to the other company. So they will, what we call that is advanced life-saving responsibility. So we will have advanced care available here in town, and that way if one piece of equipment is tied up on a fire or an EMS call, we should have another piece of equipment available.
At the fire station, they do a 4-man minimum, which means at any given time we have 4 people per fire truck. So with only having 1, we only have 4 people per shift. When the second fire truck comes around, we can then have 8 firefighters per shift.
We just received a Quint, which is our frontline piece of equipment now is a pumper, and a pumper just basically carries hose and water. The new one that we have is a Quint and has the 100-foot aerial on top to be able to reach taller buildings or over buildings and it can also spray water, but it's a combination of a pumper and a truck. So it's a dual piece and will be our frontline piece of equipment.
For this new fire station, it is budgeted approximately $4 million from start to finish, which includes the building, grading, drainage, furniture, fixtures, and equipment.
There isn't a new chief. We'll still have the same chief. It's Chief Harville. It'll still be Chief Harville and Assistant Chief Jim McMillan.
Actually, a new chief for the fire station will be hired, but as for now, we will stick with the chief we have now.
We are in the grading stage still, so they're almost through doing the dirt work, and that will take another couple weeks. Then we have to let it sit for about a month. So we're hoping to start the actual construction upwards sometime mid to late November, and there's about a 12-month window, so we're hoping by Christmas next year, hopefully sooner.
This is Joseph Carrico alongside Kate Kraft reporting for ATV News.
The town of Arlington is very excited for this new addition to the town. Back to you at the desk.
Balfour representatives will be here this Thursday, October 31st, with information on senior keepsakes and graduation information. They will be back November 8th to collect order forms. Seniors will be called to the auditorium to see the presentation. It's getting real, seniors. Graduation is coming closer and closer. Here's a Halloween segment of What Does Arlington Think?
All right. Are you recording? What is your favorite Halloween movie?
Scream.
I'm not a big movie person, but Friday the 13th is pretty good.
Scream is my favorite Halloween movie.
I would have to say like Scream or a scary movie or like those really funny ones. You know what I'm talking about? But I hate like actual scary movies like The Conjuring. Those are all terrible, and whoever made them needs to stop making them forever and just quit their job.
What is your favorite Halloween candy?
Snickers.
Twizzlers.
M&M's.
Do you have any Halloween tradition?
I used to go trick-or-treating, but I don't anymore, so now I just go somewhere and do something.
I usually just stay home and watch scary movies with the homies and eat popcorn and candy. That's pretty much it.
I go trick-or-treating, and I'll do that till the day I die. I don't care how old I am.
I cuddle with my dogs, and then, well, I do that every night, so no, not really.
What are you gonna dress up as for Halloween?
Black Widow.
Like a toothpick or something.
A cat.
I'm gonna be hindsight lad because that's what I was for one of the dress-up days here, and I spent $50 on that helmet, and so I have to reuse that helmet or my mom's gonna beat me.
She Kills Monsters, the new AHS play, starts production on Friday, November 1st, and will run through Monday with shows at 7 o'clock on each day except Sunday. Sunday's show will run at 2 o'clock. The cost is $12 for children under 5 and senior adults, and $15 for everyone else. SAP passes will get you in for $5 on Monday night. Here's a little more info.
In a time before Facebook, Worlds of Warcraft, and massive multiplayer online RPGs, there once existed simply a game, forged by the hands of nerds, crafted in the minds of geeks, and so advanced in its advancedness that it would take an entire second edition to contain all its mighty geekery. And here in the land of Ohio, during the year 1995, one of the rarest types of geeks walked the earth. This nerd was a girl nerd, the most uncommon form of nerd in the world, and her name was Tilly Evans. But this story isn't about her. This story is about her sister. Agnes Evans grew up average. She was of average height, average weight, and average build. She had average parents and grew up in the average town of Athens, Ohio, with her little sister, Tilly. Tilly, however, was anything but average.
What are you doing? Talking on the phone? What are you doing?
Trying to reanimate a dead lizard with the power of electricity.
Okay. Wait, what?
Though they shared the same parentage, the two young girls had very little in common. Agnes, being of average disposition, was into more typical things such as boys, music, and popular television programs, while her sister Tilly became fascinated with the dark arts, magic, dragons, and the vanquishing of pure evil. As average Agnes grew and grew, she became more and more engrossed with transcending her seemingly permanent state of averageness. However frustrated by seeing her sister's unique brand of uniqueness, average Agnes made one grand wish during her junior year of high school.
I wish I didn't have such a geeky sister.
And so the gods answered her wish by smiting down her young sibling in a car crash.
What? No!
But fear not, adventurers. This isn't the story of that particular tragedy. No, this is the story of how Agnes the Average learned to finally fight and kill monsters.
This Friday, November 1st, is 8 to 9 Day, the day where current 8th graders from Arlington and middle school will come to tour the school. There will be about 500 extra 8th graders on our campus for a couple of hours. Show them what it's like to be a tiger.
Stay right there.
We have a little more for you in store after this PSA break.
Maybe you should check it before you eat it.
No, that's okay.
Even though the volleyball team season ended at sub-state over fall break, they still had a successful season. Let's take a look.
This year, our volleyball team won districts and regionals to make it the farthest they have ever been.
This is the sub-state tournament, so we had to win districts, then we had to win regionals as well. So we had to prepare a lot. We had to work really hard at every practice to get to where we are.
I think the leadership changed this year. Our seniors are very strong leaders with a strong work ethic. They lead by example, and they're able to push the other girls on the team to meet up with their expectations.
They've practiced more than they ever have to win this tournament. The volleyball team has a lot of upcoming talent this next year, and we're wondering how this will change the volleyball team.
We just keep getting stronger. The girls understand what it takes to be successful. They understand the work behind it. They've got a little bit of a legacy they're trying to maintain, and I just feel that we're kind of on a roll. We've got a lot of talent coming up with the freshmen, both the freshmen this year and the incoming freshmen next year. Our middle school program is really, really strong with really good coaches, so I have good expectations.
Boo! Ah! I got you. And now for this week's special segment. So Alex, you going trick-or-treating this year?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with some of my friends. It's my friend's birthday that day, so we're going to go and just have some fun.
Yeah, sounds like a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, this is also a reminder to all the seniors that this Friday, November 1st, is the deadline to have your paperwork finalized and submitted for the Tennessee Promise Scholarship.
See Ms. Chisholm or any of the other counselors if you have any questions. We hope you enjoyed the show today.
We thank you so much for watching.
Don't forget you can find all the previous ATV shows on ahstigerlife.com and click on the ATV link.
Have a great weekend and see you next week.